This is working. It is. Can you all hear me? What about at the back? Woohoo! What about at the Novotel? Very good. Welcome everyone. My name is Marcus Foth. I'm the chair of the Brisbane Flight Path Community Alliance, and I'm really happy to welcome you all here. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands where we're gathered here today, the Yagara and the Turrbal people, north and south of the Brisbane River, and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging. We have a bit of a program today. I'll try and keep it brief, which is going to be tricky because Troy asked me in the car, what are you going to say? And I said, well, I don't know. I was too busy to get everything organized, and you've seen all the different protest reasons that we've published every day to try and make people understand what we are dealing with here. So I'm going to say this, that I set foot on Australian land here at the airport in 2000, 23 years ago. And I've fallen in love with Brisbane. I've become a citizen in 2003, and I've lived in Brisbane ever since. And I'm still in love with the city, and the reason why I'm mentioning this is because for me, this isn't just about noise, this is about justice. I'm putting in all this time, and our committee members putting in all this time, and our volunteers are supporting us because we are pissed off about the noise, but also because we care about the city. We care about Brisbane. We are proud to live here. And what we've been witnessing is happening here is really rubbing me the wrong way. So part of the problem of not knowing what to say when we drove up to the airport today is that I've been marinating in all this evidence over the last 3 years that has come from Senate estimates. It's come from Freedom of Information requests. It has come from our whistleblowers. And to sum it up in only the time that I've been given, I'm going to bring it down to 3 points. And each one is really about the fact that what we are dealing with isn't just about noise. Noise here, the excessive noise pollution that we've been suffering all the way across over 220 suburbs of Brisbane, it's a symptom. It's not the actual cause of why we're here. The actual cause that we've now been uncovering is corrupt conduct and state capture. When we started this journey, and I started using the C word, people say, oh, don't use the C word. Don't, it's about the noise. Well, if you actually read the 60 protest reasons, and particularly some that we've now published, you will realize that, yes, we need to use the word corruption and state capture. On the 1st of July, the National Anti-Corruption Commission is going to launch, and they have published a definition of what is corrupt conduct. Item 1, the misuse of public trust. Now, we trusted in Brisbane Airport Corporation and Air Services telling us the truth. They said we would use the new runway to direct flights away from residential areas and over the bay, and they've peddled that statement from 2006 all the way to the launch. Now they've turned around and said, oh, whoopsie, too bad, so sad, that actually isn't possible, and the majority of flights are now over people. That is not just causing a noise pollution issue, it's an abuse of our trust. We trusted them, and they have misused that kind of trust. That is already one item that is meeting the definition of corrupt conduct. What do we think about being misled? Exactly. The second one is that they've also abused their powers. As a statutory entity, they conveniently self-assessed the impact of changing things after the ministerial approval were issued to the benefit of Brisbane Airport Corporation's commercial profits and to our detriment. So they've self-assessed the removal of overwater operations during the day as a minor impact. That meant they did not have to go back to the Environment Minister to seek a reapproval or to conduct any further community engagement. That's very convenient for them, but we argue that is a misuse of their powers. That is the second reason. That is the second reason why we believe it's necessary to start using the C word of corrupt conduct. The third one, we finally uncovered through Freedom of Information requests that Malcolm Turnbull, at the time of being the Environment Minister, he's given Air Services ministerial conditions. One of them was to make sure that Air Services validates the uncertainties in the noise forecasts. What did Air Services do to meet their ministerial conditions? They've given that job to the airport. They've called up their mates in here and said, oh, Malcolm Turnbull wants us to verify that these noise forecasts are accurate. Can you help us out? And BAC said, of course, here, we've got millions of dollars and we're going to get some consultants to write some utopia noise comparison report that is going to make your life really, really cushy. And then what did Air Services do? They just took that report. They didn't even remove the BAC logo. They took the entire report and sent it to the Environment Department and said, here you go, looks like it's all no worries. That is the third reason why we believe it's warranted to use the C word and flag this as corrupt behavior. So what BFPCA is doing now is going to escalate this kind of material via a different pathway. So you will see our volunteers in yellow vests and orange vests. Some of them are carrying QR codes. So we're asking everyone today, as you're here, to scan both sides. On the one side, there is a QR code that goes to our new petition. This petition is going to the Queensland Parliament. It's actually seeking to involve the Queensland government in helping us in this movement, because a lot of the implications are state responsibility. It's health is a state responsibility. Education and the impact on children, it's a state responsibility. The land use policy, it's a state responsibility. So please, when you see one of the volunteers, do scan one of the sides there and sign our petition to the Queensland Parliament. On the other side is a new complaint link that will allow you today to send a formal submission to the Department of Infrastructure and Transport. And it is worded in a particular way to make sure that it's not a noise complaint. It is a complaint about the lack of providing regulatory oversight over Air Services. They have left Air Services to their own devices, and as a result of that, Air Services as a corporatized entity has been rotting away and conducting all this kind of corrupt behavior. And what we want to do is get them to investigate this. Once you are submitting that complaint, there will be an investigation. They have to follow their formal processes. Likely result might be that we're not going to be happy with them just brushing us off. But that is okay, because once they do, it opens up a new door for us to the Commonwealth Ombudsman, and we will also use further pathways through the National Anti-Corruption Commission that is starting their work on the 1st of July. So you'll be hearing more from us about those new appeals pathways. I'm going to hand over to our next speaker. What we have planned today is we're going to hear from a couple of affected residents to also demonstrate the diversity of this this movement. We have Elizabeth Watson-Brown here, our Member of Parliament for the seat of Orion, and we also have Riff Raff here, the Radical Marching Band, who's going to support us with some entertainment. Once we've done that, there's going to be a procession We have the kind support from the Queensland Police Service. Please give a round of applause to the police. It's been very, very... What plane is that? You can all tell which one it is, no? Yes, Jetstar. We're the best plane spotters in Brisbane. Yes, so thank you to the Queensland Police. They've been really amazing in their support. We're really grateful because we need their support moving forward once we go to the international terminal at some stage, or we're going to be disrupting the Labour Congress. It's going to be in Brisbane in a couple of weeks. I'm going to hand over to, you want to be next? To Elizabeth. And I think, do you want to come all the way up here now? We'll see.